Happy Thursday morning, everyone. This is John Locke from Locke in Your Success. Just doing a quick addition to the update from last week. I was asked about how we exited the August trades, and I was just going to catch us up on that. Before we get going, just a reminder that this is for educational purposes only. We're not broker-dealers or financial advisors, and we're not making specific trade recommendations. Also, any trades and/or results covered in the presentation may not be live trades. In the event they are computer simulated, we do the best we can to make sure they're accurately represented. Also, the risk of loss in trading options can be substantial, so please be aware of all your risks prior to placing any trades. All right, so if we come back here to our August M3, we exited this on the 13th, which would be Tuesday. If you remember, at the time, we were expecting the market to come down at some point this week, and definitely a little bit concerned about that. We come along here on Tuesday at, let's see here, we'll go to 1430. So we come up here to 1430, and we'll do both. At this point, I wasn't quite sure I wanted to exit the trade just yet. And I went ahead and I bought a 1040 put and sold a 1050 put, and I rolled that up to so that I had two shorts at 1050. And you're not going to see this because if I go to the next half hour, it's going to show the next thing I did, which was basically to sell out of these put spreads. The reason is I had an order in to pull these out at 15 cents, and the market maker actually hit it. So I went ahead and put it in there, and it was worth it to take the risk off. So if we go forward to 1500, you'll see that this 1040 was rolled to 1050, and the puts happen to be off the trade. And our new analyzed graph is going to look like this. And you see at this point, if we spread the graph out, that our downside risk of a loss is actually off, and we still were carrying significant upside risk. We had a delta of minus 53, which was perfectly fine. Wasn't really any issues with this trade, but we were up over our 5%, and this was a trade we were in for about 25 days. I was good with that. I don't need to pull in the last 2 days. It would have turned out fine. We would have had the pullback and would have had to deal with that probably by selling off this call. But I decided just to close the trade out, and I closed this out as two verticals. I closed it out as doing a 1080, 1060 verticals and 1070, 1050 verticals, and just close the trade out. That was the August M3. If we push to the end of the day, here we are, and according to our reports, we ended up after commissions with a 2806 gain. If we take a look at the August rock trade, we're sitting here with two butterflies, and we're 40 points apart. We have a fairly wide range here, and as of Tuesday, I was ready to try and milk this for a little bit more, so I went ahead and stayed in overnight. And after that point, not a lot happened for the following day, with markets still at 1048. We're up right near our profit target. Well, we're well past our profit target at this point. We had a profit target of 10,000. We're up to a 30% number, which to me is a very reasonable number. And as you know, we were expecting the market at some point to come down. So if we're taking a look at our short options here, I was able to buy these ones back at 5 cents if I wanted to, and these ones here I was able to buy back at 65 cents. I'm looking at this saying that if I can get some good deals on getting out of these longs and kind of leg out of this, that I'm going to go ahead and exit it this day, which is on Wednesday. And that's just what I did. We just kind of we sold the outside of this first. So if we look at this, we came in here, and this is at 5:30. The profit was a little bit higher than this by 5:30, but we came in here and we sold this out by buying 10 of these and selling 10 of these. Of course, I had to pay a little bit for that, and buying 10 of these, selling 10 of these, and that puts us into a nice delta neutral exit, right? So at this point here, I didn't pull off my 1070 butterflies and take on an excessive delta risk if the market wanted to take off. And I didn't pull off these ones and take off an excessive positive delta risk if the market took off. We pull off the outer wings. And now, really, if the market takes off, it's not going to hurt us as much. And from there, we just take this condor and we sell that condor out afterwards. So you could convert this, and then you'd come in here and you'd buy another 10 of these, and you'd sell 10 of these, buy another 10 of these, which would be 20, and another 10 of these. And that would be the exit. And it's a nice flat exit procedure. As was the M3, that was a fairly nice flat exit procedure as well. We didn't take any directional risk coming out of that. All right, and let me see, was there anything else I had on? I don't think so, except for actually I was asked about the August trade plan trade too, so we'll take a look at that on the exit there. And the V condor here. Under most circumstances, I tend to let a V condor expire. However, in this case, we had a very, very hard up mount, as you know, and I ended up rolling these up closer than I normally do. Normally, I'm not going to be this close to the market. If the market's at 1050, you're in a V condor, especially with the market uptrending. You usually have plenty of room to the downside. I was just a little bit concerned about that, so I went ahead and I pulled this off early. I think we pulled it off on Wednesday. If you look at the T-log here. Yeah, it was pulled off on Wednesday the 14th. And even if we had stayed in it, it wouldn't have been a problem. The market only pulled back to around 1020. It would have expired worthless, but it would have been a little tight and a little risky on the exit. So I just went ahead and closed this out early for the gain I was showing there. I think it was, or I should say it turned out to be 23.74 for the month. So that was a good trade. And if we take a look at our August plan trade, which we don't really go over on the market update so much because I usually don't follow this with a computer, or I mean with the website. But if we go back to 812, we were sitting in this position here. We had 20 long 1010s, 20 short 1040s, 13 short 1060s, 7 short 1070s. We're long 10 1090s, long 1110s. If we look at an analyzed graph, it looks like this. We had to punch out the upper side of this to deal with a little bit of upward market movement that we were expecting. If we come to the following day, you can see the market was coming down. I pulled some of these just to reduce our delta numbers a little bit. Take a look at our analyzed graph. You can see we don't have a whole lot of profit left here. From there, if we go a little further, I took these off. Again, you see we're maintaining relative neutral delta on the way out. And we've taken our risk way off the table at this point. If you look at previously, our risk is way up here. And let's go ahead and push this. Oh, then after that, because the next half hour I did two things actually. So I pulled those 7 off. Then we pulled 5 of these off. Here, again maintaining ourselves very delta neutral. And let's see, do anything else before 1500? Yes, we did. We pulled everything off. So I came in here from there. We bought 8 of these 1060s. Again, our delta risk is still very, very good here. If you look at our previous graph, it was here. If we look at our new graph, it was here. So we're still relatively flat on the way out. From here, we sell 5 of our 1090s, which makes a negligible delta movement there. From there, we sell 3 of our 1100s. which is these last three, which is not going to make a significant difference in the graph. And if I just temporarily convert this over, from here I can do I can sell 5 of these off. And just correct our delta to normal. And then from there I can just do a condor order and do -5. And that would take us completely out of the trade at that point. And I did it without changing my delta around a whole lot, so that's kind of how we exit that one. And the profit in this one ended up being 27,199, which is in the, I think it's 54-55% range. So that was how we exited the August planned trade. And I believe that's all the trades we had on for August. As far as our September trades, they still are doing very well. And I'll give you an update on those on Sunday. So have a great rest of the week, everybody. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you, and have a great day.